Good morning, Right Way Living and Transformation friends and family. Good morning and welcome again to Right Way Living and Transformation. I'm your host, Martha Wright. Welcome to this beautiful Tuesday morning, Tuesday before the beginning of a new year and Tuesday after Christmas. So today is December 27th, 2022. And I just want to welcome you once again. Welcome. Today I was reading from my guided journal that I received from a dear friend. And it's moments of gratitude. And we all have things that we should be grateful for. Things that we just to think about all the gratefulness and goodness that we do have. A lot of us look at what we don't have, why we don't have it, what we should have by now. But what about being grateful for the things that you do have? Start thinking about all the things that you do have that's right there before you. Sometimes we take for granted the things that are right there before us, such as family, friends. We may have a home to live in, but it might not be a big home, but it's a home. We might have a car to drive, but it might not be a brand new fancy car, but it's a car that'll get you from A to B. We have our health and our strength. You know, maybe you might have a little pain in your body here and there, but at least you can feel the pain. So we have a lot to be grateful for. A lot to be grateful for. So I wanted to share with you this morning something that I read in my gratitude journal this morning. And I'm going to give you a couple of questions that they gave me so that you can think back and ponder on the things that makes you grateful, that makes you happy. What is it that makes you happy? What is it that you, when you open your eyes this morning, you are grateful. You are grateful to see another day. You're grateful to see the sunrise. You were grateful to be able to breathe the air. What is it that made you happy and thankful and grateful today? So let's listen to this, what was in the book this morning. Then I'm going to share the couple of questions with you that you can go back and write them down. And I'm going to also put them as pointers in this podcast so you can look at them and you can go back and just read over it and answer those questions for yourself. And you know, when we answer those questions and we look back on the things that we kind of look over, we tend to not reflect on because we reflecting on all the negativity, all the things that we don't have. When we tend to sit back and really enjoy what we do have, then that's when gratitude really builds up, really expounds in our life. And we can see and be grateful for what we have right here before us. So here, listen, here we go here. This is what it said in the journal this morning. It says, take life at your own pace. Take life at your own pace. Now notice, they didn't tell us to take life at somebody else's pace, not our spouse pace, not our children's pace, mothers, fathers, wherever, but it said to take life at your own pace. This is about you, your life, your journey, where you are, what makes you happy. It says, we often get distracted by looking at other people's lives. It seems like someone always has something that we long for, which can leave us feeling envious or dissatisfied. We tell ourselves, if only I had a bigger house. If only I got that promotion. If only I was healthier. Catch yourself each time you say these things and find a way to remind yourself that you may be exactly where you need to be and that your path is your own. Your path is your own. Now, you know, a lot of us, we get on social media and we see everybody, they having fun. They taking the snapshots of where they been on these vacations, all these brand new homes, brand new cars, brand new promotions on the job. And we tend to look at those things and we get envious. We feel dissatisfied with our own life. We wonder, what if I had that? What if I did this? What if? But we need to, as it said in this word here, to catch ourselves. We need to catch yourself each time we say these things. And then look at your life where you are. You, not no one else, but this is about you. You. Your own life, your own path in life. Okay, you may not have got that promotion like that someone on social media had. You may not have that fine vacation. Maybe you haven't been anywhere. But, you can have happiness wherever you are. So we have to find our own path in life. Many of us, we tend to look at those things and it just makes our life miserable. And then first thing we say is, I need to get off of social media because it's a distraction, which it could be. But if you're not within yourself, if you're not looking deep down inside of you, of who you are, it doesn't matter if you on social media or you see somebody out there in the public or you meet somebody in the store. If you don't understand who you are, if you're not understanding where you should be, your life is your life. You're still going to be looking at those things. You can get off of social media all you want to. But if you don't take hold of where you are and the things that make you happy and the things that you are grateful for, you, not what others have, then you're going to run all types of ways. It'll get to a point where you just be isolated. You isolate yourself because you don't want to see what everybody else is doing. You constantly putting yourself down because you're not where you think you should be. And then you tend to get all dissatisfied. You tend to get envious, displacement, all types of things, And then next thing you know, you're isolating yourself. It's just you by yourself. And then you start just dwelling in all the negativity. And that negativity overrides everything else, overpowers everything else. Because that's all you can think about. That's all you can see. But I challenge you today to look around you. See what's around you that makes you happy. See what brings you gratitude. See where you are on your path right now. This may be the path that you should be on at this time. God is able to do exceedingly above all that we can even ask or imagine. And if he wanted to take us off this path right now, if he seen fit for us to have that bigger home or do whatever, he'll give us some type of way of putting us into a place where we can get those things, because he'll give us our needs. He take care of our needs. He take care of our wants, and he would, put us in the place where we can be at a different spot at that time. So wherever we are right now, it could be that this is where you need to be. It could be for you to get a better understanding of who you are and the things that you should be thankful for. Like I said, we overlook all the things that we already have because we're looking in the back and front door of everybody else's life. But why not stay in the parameter, in the space of where we are, and look at all the things that we do have? Health, our strength, family, friends. If you have an automobile to drive back and forth, thank God for that. You have a home to live in. You have heat in your home. You can look out the windows and see the sunshine, and you can see the trees. All these things we take for granted because we want other big things. We think the big things that's going to make us look big, that's going to make us look greater, and everybody going to be looking at us. We got it going on. But you never know who's looking at you, who's watching you just where you are. Somebody wants to be in a space where you are right now. Believe it or not. Somebody wants the happiness that they looking at you, that you feel like you're not happy and you feel like you don't have anything, but somebody's looking at you wishing and hoping that they can be there as well in your space, in your spot. So all I'm saying is to watch ourselves when we see these things and we start to say these things. Each time we say these things, we need to remind ourselves that we can be exactly where we need to be. We may be exactly where we need to be, and that's your own path. So enjoy your journey. Enjoy your path. Know who you are. Know whose you are. Know that, the song, the song say trouble don't last always. It don't. It'll be all over in the morning. Sometimes we may be going through some difficult times, but know that it's not going to last always. We know from past experiences. If God brought us through things before, who's to say he won't bring us through again? And as I speak to you, I speak to myself. Because, we get all bogged down in those thoughts and different things of what if, I should have, I can't, rather than saying with God, all things is possible. All things are possible with him. Yesterday in my on my YouTube channel, I said God plus you equals success. That's the equation. God plus you equals success. Because with God, all things are possible. God already have you in the palm of his hand. He's already doing great things in your life. He already knows your ins and outs, your ups and downs. He's the one that formed you in your mother's womb. He knows all about you. He knows the step you're going to take before you even take it. So with having God on our side, we are winners. We are overcomers. We won't lose. Now, what gets us is that thought pattern, that thing in between those two ears, on our head. We get bogged down with looking at everybody else, looking at everybody else's happiness, looking at how everybody else is living, looking at who am I disappointing, who am I doing, who may be looking at me in a certain way, rather than just enjoying the path you own, learning from that path. We have to learn from the journey that we're on as well. Learn from that path. What is it I can take away from the path that I'm on? Well, I won't have to make the mistake again and again. Or I'll overcome whatever I'm dealing with right now because I'm learning from where I am. So you can be exactly where you need to be. And that's your path, your own path. Stop looking at everybody else's and take the time today and explore the path that you're on. So here's two questions that was in the book. I want you to write it down. I'm going to type it up in the podcast thing here so that you can see it. But two things to think about today. Write it down as you're journaling, as you're meditating, as you sitting still a day at lunch or breakfast or whatever and supper. Just think of these two things. Number one is, what is it about other people's lives that distract you? What is it about other people's lives that distracts you? Do you get distracted when you see all those fine things? They're on these vacations and you wish you were there. Or they got this fine home and you wish you had it, and that's a distraction to you. What is it about other people's lives that distract you? Write that down. Think about it. What is it? What is it? What is it that really distracts you about other people's lives? And the second question was, what about your life is wonderful? What is it about your life that is wonderful? And if somebody on here may say, I can't think of one thing. Yes, Everybody should be able to think of one wonderful thing in their life. What is it about your life that's wonderful? Well, I'm up today. I'm on this podcast talking to you. That's wonderful. Glory to God. This is a brand new day, a new season in my life. That's wonderful. What is it in your life that's wonderful that you can be grateful for? And meditate on those two questions today. Number one, again, what is it about other people's lives that distract you? And whatever it is, you're writing it down. Find a way to say, okay, I need to learn how to get away from this distraction. I need to understand how not to worry about other people's lives and think about the path that I'm on. I don't need that type of distraction in my life. I'm happy for everybody. I pray for everybody. I love to see everybody succeed. But I am on my own path here. And God has a plan, a purpose for everyone, each one of us. So I don't want to miss mine by looking at everybody else's. So what is it about other people's lives that distract you? And once you find out what it is that distract you, find out what it is you can do to stop that distraction. And number two was, what is it about your life that's wonderful? Think about at least 5 things. At least 5 things about your life that's wonderful. Meditate on those things. Look at those things and say, hey, I got it going on. Because if you have one wonderful thing in your life, you got it going on. Just know that this is your path and you can make it. Remember, God plus you equals success. So take life at your own pace. At your own pace. Not nobody else's pace. Not your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your husband, your wife. But at your own pace. Because in the end, we're not going to take anybody with us when God calls us. We have to stand before the Master ourselves. And we want him to say, well done, good and faithful servant. Come on in. Come on in. Because you enjoyed the life that I put before you. You had ups and downs, ins and outs, but you still enjoyed the journey. It was your journey. It was your journey. And you did that thing. You did that thing. So hey, take life at your own pace. Know that you may be exactly where you need to be. And that's your own path. Your own path. I love you all. Listen in to Right Way Living and Transformation. Go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also to this podcast. Listen in. And I'll be on a little bit more often, a little bit more daily, so that you can get a word of encouragement. And I pray that this helps someone today. I pray that this word helps someone. Share it. Share it with others. Be blessed, everyone, and have a great day.